Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to Strong Squad. This is our kickoff orientation call for those of you who are watching the recording. I'm so excited for this program. I've been wanting to do something like this for the longest time, and I was really happy. I got a whole bunch of people who are interested and signed up, like you guys. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be like an amazing 90 days. So what I want to do in this call is do introductions so that um, when we're in the Facebook group for like the rest of the program, you guys can kind of put a face to a name and feel connected to each other. Because I really do want it to be about community and building supportive. I mean, we're not going to see each other in person, but cheering for each other and having those supportive female friendships, as well as doing the workouts and getting stronger and more confident. So why don't we do that? I'll start and then I'll just kind of call on you guys. So I hate when people like make people like volunteer awkwardly and everyone just sits there silently. We had a 5 minute silence in a work meeting this morning. Finally, one of my colleagues was like, "Are we just supposed to go?" Maybe it was in 5 minutes, but I felt like it. So anyway, my name's Annie. I'm a recovering lawyer. Some of you know me very well, and some of you I've never met yet, but I am excited to work with everybody. Um, I'm a D1 athlete. I've always loved training and lifting, and I practiced law for 8 years and then left because I wanted to open a gym to support my rowing nonprofit. Along the way of that, I COVID happened and I switched to doing virtual life and health coaching for women, and I never looked back. I love working with professional women, and especially now that I'm pushing a strong 42 women over 40, because everything changes when you hit 40 and it's crazy and no one really prepares us and no one really tells us, but it doesn't have to be um awful. And so I really love like working with women of this age who and helping like avoid burnout, take care of yourself, and get to eat good food and have the results that you want. I also love food, and you guys will learn that a lot along the way. I'll never be like the trainer or like the coach that is like, I had broccoli and chicken breast. Like, no way. um, so yeah, that's me. And I also have a 2-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old stepson, and I work a day job full time as a fundraiser for a nonprofit. Let's go in order that I can see you. So we'll go Jenny Englander with two Jens. Pam McDonald.
Yay.
I think it's the target demographic age group, all the Jennifers from the 80s.
Absolutely. My mother thought she was being original when she named me in 1978. And I was like, Mom, there are five Jennifers in my graduating class of like 100. This is the least original name ever. I am Jenny Englander. I have known Annie for some time. We rode together at Wisconsin. I love it that she says she is a D1 athlete. I'm like, I was a D1 athlete.
Oh,
I
I saw.
um I have not, well, I have rowed, but since then, but I've not kept the flame and the fire for strength and training that she has, and I need all the support that I can. I'm also a lawyer, coincidentally, and once Annie and I met, turned out that we grew up like 20 minutes from each other, so
Mhm.
we have some of the same history and all that, but no, I've been a lawyer. And Annie, you say turning 40 is bad. Turning 45 was worse. I was like, what has happened to me? What is going on? I'll take 40 any day over 45. But I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I moved out. I moved to New Orleans after I graduated college, was there for a while, and then have been out here for about 4 years. And I have two dogs and a brother-in-law who's working on a house renovation that I'm going through right now. So, anyway, looking forward to this group and the accountability and being able to move forward. Because, like I was saying before we started, getting sick and getting thrown off track is the easiest way to just knock me off, and I just won't get back on the horse. And so, starting out sick is going to be an interesting challenge to find my way through this for the first, God, hopefully just for the first couple days. But um, anyway, I'm very happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you. And I think starting off sick is like better than starting off strong and then getting sick. Like it'll only
Yeah.
go up from here.
Right. Let's hope.
And the first 2 weeks, we're only doing 2 workouts per week. The rest are like active rest days. So that's a good way to ramp up too. Pam, hi, how about you?
Hi. You might hear my daughter yelling in the background. She's 6 and getting a bath and getting her hair pulled by dad.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I'm approaching 50. I'm 48 and I was an athlete in high school and I didn't really continue through college. I lost my way without a team and a sport. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some guidance from a former D1 athlete. This will be awesome.
former. I
But
usually say former or I was.
well, it's great. I need a push and I just love the gender and age category. I feel a little bit more secure jumping into a program where I feel supported in those areas.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Awesome. Okay, cool. I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to meet you.
thanks for having
Jen.
me.
Hi, everyone, bringing up the West Coast. So I'm located in Arizona. Um, so that's why I was saying I was just wrapping up work. It's only 5 something here. So I am 43, so sounds age appropriate. I can relate with all of you guys. I know Annie from birth. We grew up together, literally from birth. Yes. So I am very excited to obviously support her and her business and also get some accountability. I am a program manager for a mining company based here in Arizona. So I work a lot of hours. I have a very big project going on right now. So I'm excited to carve out some time for myself and make sure that I keep my fitness where I would like it to be. Today, you already inspired me to get on the treadmill and take a phone call. And I was a boss. I paid more attention than I probably ever have to that phone call. So
That's
just
awesome.
a little tip to already share with the team. I
I
had
love
never
it.
done that through all of COVID to just hop on the treadmill like 1.0 and take a call. So you're already inspiring.
That's awesome. I love doing that for calls where I'm like
Yeah.
our global staff meetings and our like national ones where I'm not, and I just walk and I pay so much more attention because I'm on my phone. So I'm not like trying to like tempted to online shop while I'm listening to the
Right.
new HR policy manual or something. Um, Pam, I have we met before?
No,
Okay,
I
where
can't remember how I came across you. I don't
I
really
was
remember,
so
but I'm in
curious. I love
Minneapolis.
you're in Minneapolis. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do for work or free?
So I do freelance graphic design, but my career took sort of a right turn this year, and I was supporting a friend. She's a principal of a middle school that's
Mhm.
out up with breast cancer,
Oh,
and so I've been like I kind of here and there, like, oh, sure, I'll fill in, and then now I'm working in a middle school. Like it's weird. I'm not an educator, so it's pretty interesting. But they started me off on training wheels with teaching a graphic design class. So then
oh,
it
cool.
yeah.
You're
So
brave. Middle
yeah,
school. Oof, it's
I
brutal.
know it's weird, but I'm still doing freelance. So I feel really strapped actually for time and energy and um so yeah, but I feel like that's what all the more reason to join a program like this because my
Yeah,
fitness is definitely taking a back seat. So
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, so I want to just ask a couple questions to kind of get to know you guys a little bit more and like how you're going to be doing the program. Like so I designed it so that all the workouts can be done either at home or in the gym. Are you guys planning on being primarily gym or home or both?
I think I'm going to be probably a mix of both. This is another reason for doing this. We have a gym at the office. My office is kind of like in the middle of nowhere, so they have lots of amenities on site.
Mhm,
But like I have to get into the habit of going. And
mhm.
earlier in the pandemic, I was going more than I am now just because work has shifted and I have longer hours and whatnot. But probably a mix for me if I
Okay.
can get my schedule down pat.
Yep. Awesome. That's good. Pam, how about you?
So I read through the email and I was a little intimidated by the 20-pound dumbbell recommendation. I'm like, I do not have
Body
those.
weight,
I
Pam.
have
Body weight's an alternative.
See, I've got that. Um, so I don't know. Actually, I was gonna check out. We recently stopped the gym we were going to, and my husband's at a gym just for spin. And but the high school has a facility that I've been in a couple times. So I'm not sure about the hours. So I guess it's a big question mark, but I'm hoping from home. So I'll probably get some dumbbells and
Okay.
try to do stuff from home.
Okay. Yeah, check out the high school. Our hometown high school that Jen and I grew up in, just added this amazing fitness center, and it's for like the sports teams, but all the other hours it's open to the community, and it's fabulous.
Oh, that's
Cool.
cool.
So like that could be a great option. But yeah, home is too, and and here's a good thing, the workouts, the prime phase that we're going to do this week and next week. Did anyone start those workouts, by the way? I know I sent them out in case anyone, okay, can I see you? So they're all body weight, like you can do the whole thing body weight. So that gives you time to like get your equipment and get figured out where you're going to do your workouts. And if you're ordering them or going to the gym, the first 2 weeks can be like, I was sore in new weird places last week because I didn't do where you try your naughty.
Nice.
It was mostly body weight. Okay, Jen, what about you?
Probably at home. So I did the first prime workout yesterday and I only did body weight and am sore today. And you're right. It's like a weird like back pain, like not where you're like, oh my God, I can't move, but there's like little twinges where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that hasn't been worked recently.
Yeah,
So
same.
yeah,
And
ladies, be
I
ready
made
for
these
it with
workouts.
body weight.
Yeah. Body, I mean, I am telling you, you're gonna look at it and be like, oh, it goes fast and it's body
Yeah.
weight. But that's like how I want you to like get into it and be like, oh, it's over already. But it's gonna be really good. Um, has anyone ever done like serious strength training or like worked with a trainer, or done any kind of like strength training at all? I mean,
I mean,
Jen,
I just doing
no,
okay, well, 20 plus years ago,
in
sure,
the
but like
last 20
recently,
years.
I was going to Orange Theory for a little while, for
Okay.
all of like when I first moved here. I moved here 10 months before the pandemic, and so that's the amount of time I was going to Orange Theory.
Okay.
And then I continued to do it a little bit at home for a while, but then things happened.
Okay.
That's about as
Cool.
much as I've gotten into it.
Okay. Jen or Pam?
I worked with a trainer just for a couple of times, and that was right before COVID.
Okay.
And before that, yeah, it had been 20 years. So let's not talk about those days. The future is now.
All right.
Jen, I know
Yeah,
we've
I
worked
have
together,
not
but
worked with a trainer. It's been a long time since I've been in the weight room.
okay, cool. Let me think if there's anything else I want to kind of ask you guys. So I love lifting. It is like my favorite thing. And we're not all just going to be lifting, but this is going to be primarily strength training. And hopefully, like you guys are all interested in this. So you have accepted my premise that strength training is it in terms of building muscle, which boosts your metabolism, which turns your body into a sexy fat burning machine, not to mention looking amazing and fit and toned and not like Hulk Hogan. Which is, when like I don't know if it's a stereotype, but I see it true a lot that women do think like, oh, they say like, oh, I want to lose weight, so I don't want to lift weights because I'll just get bigger. It's totally not true. Or, I don't want to look big and bulky. I want to look toned. Well, the only way to do that is to build muscle. So that's what we're going to do. The other reason, besides me being so passionate about getting women strength training, that I wanted to do this program is because personally, I have been struggling to lose weight since I had my baby, who's now in the toddler class. She's 2 years old. And I remember thinking at the beginning of the year, like, wow, I'm sick of getting on the scale and like seeing the number. Like it would really feel refreshing to just think about something else. And so I actually did a challenge kind of like this, and where it was this focus of like switching a health focus from like the scale, being smaller, being skinnier, to being stronger, being consistent with your workouts. What can you do with your body? It was just
Okay, did Annie freeze?
Is
Okay,
this where we
Thought
wait
maybe-
5 minutes?
the college rule.
I had to say it.
I thought maybe she was going to like admit somebody maybe who
I
came
thought
late.
so too. But
we're gonna
yeah,
give her a
she
second.
froze.
Oh, technology.
Mhm.
Oh, and she gone.
Oh gosh. Okay, well she'll jump
I'm
back
sure
in,
she'll
right?
join.
You guys, my computer just restarted.
Oh my god.
I'm on my phone, so I'm just gonna like restart it real quick. That was crazy. It just
You just froze on our end. And
yeah,
then you
Yeah,
after like a minute or
yeah.
two.
But it looks like we're still recording, so
it should
all
be
is not lost.
I've had Zoom issues before in my life. So anyway, I just thought how refreshing. Like as women, we spend so much time thinking about the scale, trying to be smaller, trying to lose weight. And what if we thought about our health in a different way? And how can I be stronger? How can I be more fit? How can I have a physical goal? Like maybe it's like I want to do 10 push-ups, or I want to do a push-up, or maybe I want to run like a couple miles, or I want to run a mile. Something like that would be really fun to focus on instead of always weight loss or that number on the scale. So that was why I started this. Can you guys just let me restart because I pulled up the documents. So one thing about this program that is different than like Orange Theory or just taking random group fitness classes is that we're going to be doing what's called progressive overload. That's a really key concept in strength training and in building muscle. And what it means is we're going to be doing the same exercises or similar exercises with the goal of overloading our muscles, because then the muscle response is the body saying, oh, I need to get stronger, so I'm going to build muscle. And then you're going to be sore for a little bit as that muscle builds, and then you're going to come back and do that same exercise again, but maybe it's a little easier. So then you increase your weight and you do it again and again and again. A lot of programs, kind of try to like entertain people with like different workouts every day, like CrossFit, like here's the workout of the day, F45 and like boot camp kind of stuff like that, because it's kind of keeping people's minds entertained. But really our body, in order to see results and see progress, needs that progressive overload. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I created this structured program with 4 distinct phases. So the first one is called Prime. That are these workouts that it sounds like Jen already started, and we're all going to be starting together this week. There's only 2 per week for this prime phase. And everything is about priming our bodies, priming our minds to kind of come to that common baseline as a group and start with strength training from the beginning. And then the next phase is going to be called foundation, where we're going to be, each phase is kind of build on each other. So that one, we're going to ramp up a little bit to 3 workouts a week. From 2, we're going to start doing a few more exercises, adding in more weight. The next phase, the next 3 weeks, is called build. And that's where we're going to really focus on getting strong after we've set that foundation. And then the last phase is called shred, where we're going to keep that strength, but also throw in some metcons and some higher intensity cardio. And that's going to be it. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to log back onto my computer. Here's what I want you guys to do while I'm doing that. I want you to go around in the same order we've been going. And I want you to think, like, I'm going to put you on the spot and share what you think one like performance or kind of like physical goal you might want to set for yourself in this program. So for example, it might be like doing 10 push-ups or doing a push-up or, running a certain amount of distance or something like that.
Okay, so I guess that means I'm first. I hadn't really thought about a physical goal. I mean, right now I just want to get all the workouts in as my primary goal, like getting it done. But I guess I will say, yeah, a push-up would be nice. Like more than one push-up in a row. How about that? Like real push-ups. Because I mean, like that by the end of the thing, not like halfway through. I want all the way to the end to do at least 2 push-ups in a row. How about that?
That's great. I love it.
Bless you, Pam.
Bless
Thank
I've been there all
you.
day.
Thank you. I know.
Tight, as we used to say in the old country.
Kite. No, I don't know what you say to that. Okay, so I would say, I mean, mine is kind of similar. I was thinking about push-ups. I'm like, one sounds kind of wimpy, but I do like, yeah, I think a push-up is so basic and good, and a pull-up seems like a real reach. I tried one a couple days ago in the gym, and it was really, really hard. But they had a strap assist on the pull-up. That was pretty cool, like a stretchy strap. So anyway, but I'm gonna go. Can I match yours, Jenny, and just say
absolutely?
Like, let's do 2 push-ups.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks.
I don't know. Now I kind of feel like I want to jump on board.
Push-up gang. I love
push-ups are the hardest thing ever. Like it's not an insignificant goal to have, I feel.
I agree. And like a good one, right? Not like a one where you're either up or down.
Right. It's like a downward dog, but you just kind of go down a little bit.
Exactly.
And that's another thing that I have. Like I always feel that my form on a push-up, and I get that there are different types of push-ups you can do, but I always feel wrongly situated when I try to do a push-up.
Okay, it sounds like we're gonna be the push-up gang, and I love.
I regret this immediately and already.
It's gonna be so great, you guys. I'll tell you a story. I have a client that I train. She's like in her early 60s, and I first started training her right before we shut down for COVID, and she was completely, the word we're taught to use as a trainer is decommissioned. Or not deconditioned, not decommissioned. Sorry, I'm like so frazzled by having my computer shut down in the middle of this. Completely deconditioned. And the way I have people start on push-ups always is like starting elevated rather than on your knees, because if you start here, then you can go a little lower, then you can go a little lower, versus like if you just start on your knees, it's a pretty big jump to your toes. So I had her start like on a pretty high bench, and she was afraid that she couldn't hold her own body weight up and she would fall and bust her face. And she didn't. And we're still training 2 times a week. And now she can do like 60 push-ups. We did like November challenge where she did like 50, she did like so many push-ups. So you guys can do
good motivator, Annie. The
Tried and
60
true
something year
methodology
old.
right there.
Yeah.
you
That's a good
guys,
idea though, that I didn't think about doing it like on an incline
yeah,
to
best
start.
way, like, start literally on like your kitchen counter or kitchen table level.
Yeah.
You know, work to like a chair or a bench, and just that's better than on your knees. Okay, I'm gonna, now my phone's dying because I wasn't planning on doing this on my phone. Here we go, restoring. Awesome. Okay, so the way that, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's telling me my battery's dead because I was planning on doing this on my computer. Okay, so the challenge is going to work like this. I'm going to give you guys a suggested workout calendar. That's what I'm going to be doing. And you can do that if that works for your life. But if it, like, if I say the workout is Tuesday and Thursday and it works for you to do Wednesday and Friday, that's fine. You can do it whatever you want, but I'm just sort of giving you suggested that's showing like how many workouts per week. And then you can do them whenever it works for you, but do them within the same week. And then I'm going to post in the Facebook group every single day. I'll make a post for everyone to check in on whether you did your workout, or if it's a rest day, how you rested like a boss. Because that's another huge key thing that's missing in a lot of challenges and training programs, especially for women over 40, is resting. I get so many clients who are like, oh, I'm so out of shape, I'm going to do like 2-a-days, or I'm going to do this hard 75, or I'm going to go to Orange Theory every single day. And as women, because like what we're going through with perimenopause or menopause, we need more rest. We need to make sure we're giving our body that downtime. So the rest days are as mandatory, as important as the workouts, like the recovery as important as the workouts. So we're going to check in on both the workouts and the rest days. The other thing I'm going to send to sort of complement the physical work that we're doing is every week I'll do a video, like a short, probably 10 minutes video on some other topic like mindset, planning, nutrition, hormones, maybe some tidbits about the fitness that we're doing. And that'll come with like a little lesson and then a challenge for the week. And so I'll ask you to check in that you did your challenge. And then on Sunday, I'll ask you, did you, complete all your workouts for this week and do your challenge? And then on that Sunday post, that's the one I'll look at for the weekly winner for every week's consistency challenge. Does that make sense? I'm saying a lot, and I know I'm trying to still log back into my computer too. So what's really helpful is post your check-in in the comments to my post so that I can see it without having like a bunch of new posts in the group. And then the other thing that we'll do like in terms of being a challenge is we'll do a grand prize. And for that, you need to do all your workouts every week. And this does not mean work out every single day. It means this week there's 2 workouts that you have to get in. The next phase, there's going to be 3. So it's not like every single day. It's just, did you do the program? And then I also want you to report back how you did on your goal, which is we're all doing push-up gang. And then I also, I'll send this in an email, so don't worry about remembering everything, but I want you guys to take a starting progress picture and a waist measurement and get on the scale. But then I want you to put the scale away and put all that stuff away and just think about doing the program, feeling good. Like, how are you feeling? Because at the end, I want you to be able to see if your body changed. The best way to see that is really with progress pictures and your waist measurement, because if you're building muscle and losing fat at the same time, the scale might not change at all, or it might even go up a little bit.
and you're going to look completely different. So a lot of times people just focus on the scale and they think like, oh, I didn't lose weight, I'm so sad, like I didn't do it. But really, like they lost an inch or 2 or 3 or 5 off their waist, or they look completely different in the pictures. So I'll send you guys an example of the progress pics, like sort of how it should look like. You can send me all that information and then just forget it and just get really into doing the workouts and the program. Any questions about that? Okay, I'm rejoining. Cross your fingers.
Recording in progress.
I'm back. Hi, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Couple other things I want to just go over. Okay, so in terms of the workout, so a lot of people, especially women, are used to doing like group classes or watching videos. And I have demo videos of all the exercises for you, but they're not the full workouts. They're a list of here's your workout, and then how many sets and how many reps. And I'm going to share the screen so you can all just see what that looks like. So here's the workout calendar if you haven't looked at it yet, and I'll be adding the workouts in all here. They're all in Google Docs, so you should be able to see them in viewer mode, but not change them. And then the workouts are just listed here as, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like I said, it's up to you. This is what I'm going to be doing, and this is what I'm going to put in the Facebook group. But if that doesn't work for you, feel free to switch around any of the workouts so that it works for you within that same week. The workouts are going to look all similar to this, with clickable links that have each of the exercises a demo video that has me explaining it. But I want you to really pay attention to how much weight makes it hard for you. And if it's body weight, it's body weight. There's no shame in that. The reps are going to be listed, and then the notes. And then I will put also how much rest to do after each exercise or between the sets. That's another big one that's often new to people who are more used to doing like Orange Theory or F45. On your rest, it's really important that you rest. Like when we get more into the later phases, it's going to say rest 2 to 3 minutes between each set of these exercises. And I want you to rest. I don't want you to be doing like extra cardio to burn calories or taking short on your rest, because the idea is to fatigue your muscles and work as hard as you can on the work and then recover so that you can go again. So the rest is really important, like as important as the work. The other thing that is really important and maybe sort of different and new is the timing. I'm going to talk about the timing in the videos. But the key phrase to keep in mind is time under tension is what builds muscle. So you want to go nice and slow when you're working with the weight. And so you want to be slow when you're resisting, and then you want to be like powerful and explosive when you're pushing or when you're doing the work. So it's a lot easier to explain this like as I demo it. So like imagine if I'm doing a bench press and you're holding the weights up here, you want to go slow, 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 and then push. So you're getting work as your muscles are resisting gravity coming down, and then that explosive power coming up. Same thing, like if you're doing a squat, I don't want you guys being like as fast as you can. I want you to go slow coming down and then power up. Slow coming down and then power up. And I'll try to put that in all the videos as well. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? Okay. Jay, I feel like as a rower, it's like a super easy concept to get because it's like the ratio of like the recovery and the drive. But yeah, just keep in mind time under tension is what builds muscles. I would really encourage you guys to do one of two things for the workouts to kind of keep track of yours. I really like having a training journal. This is mine. It's just like a 5-star notebook that I put some stickers on, because I'm like an inner 12-year-old apparently. And then I like to write down, if you know, the science says like handwriting helps you remember things better, but I just have like a day for each of my workouts. Let me find one to show you. And I'll just take a few minutes before I go to the gym or before I work out, and like pull it up, pull the workout up and write it down on my notebook. And then I write down what weights I did. And then also I'll make like a little signal, like I'll make like a little up arrow if I think like, oh, I could go heavier next time, or I'll put like a star if I think that, oh, that weight was good, I'm going to do the same weight next time. And the nice thing about that is you can look back and say, oh, how much weight did I do last week on this same workout? How much did I do before that? And you may not always be going up, like progress isn't always linear, but you want to really be pushing yourself to see like, oh, okay, I did 10 pounds last week. Can I do 12? I did 12 pounds last week. Can I try, you know, doing 15 this week? And it's hard to remember all that in your head. The other thing you could do is like just print these out and, you know, write your weights on them and make a little binder that way. Any questions about sort of the workouts or how to do them?
You have they're linked, and then you have a little bit of a demo, did you say?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like if you click on this, so they're all kind of all in one place. So if you start here with the workout calendar, and then you can click on the workouts on each of them. And then I have my own demo videos that I recorded.
Cool.
A lot of these were recorded during COVID. So this was, oh, whoa, no, sorry. So there'll be demo videos like that. That's Billy Blanks. That's not me. So there'll be like, if you click on it, you can watch a demo video like this. And so I recommend watching the demo videos before, you know, before you get into your workouts. So you feel like, okay, I know what all these exercises look like. And that way, once you're in it, you don't have to stop and look up the videos.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can you talk about that every minute on the minute? Because I will have some truth serum. I didn't do that with the workout. I was just trying to like get through it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really glad you asked that, because I did this, and at some of them I was like, oh. So with every minute, so EMOM stands for every minute on the minute, and you want to start each exercise on the minute. Ideally, so a lot of these workouts, sort of just like it's a general statement, is really going to be about figuring out what works for you. And the only way to do that is to try it and see, and then try it again and try it again. So with EMOM, the ideal would be roughly 40, depending on your fitness level, that maybe the exercise takes 40 seconds and then you have like 20 seconds of rest before you start the next one. Or if you're like super fit, you could push it to like 45 or 50 seconds of work with like less rest. Or if you're just getting back into this, maybe it's like 30-30. So I'm really glad you asked that question. So I would take these recommended reps and see how long that takes you. And if you're like, oh, like these lunges, 6 each leg might take you like over a minute. So the next time just be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm just going to do 4 each side so that I have 10 seconds to catch my breath before I go into these push-ups.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly where I was. I started with those and I was like, minute 20. Whatever. We'll just keep it moving.
Yeah.
And then I didn't bother like trying to time it. I just kept going.
So when I did these workouts last week, what I did was I set my timer on my watch for 12 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'd have like 30 seconds to kind of get into it. And then I just sort of try to stay like on the minutes. But yeah, the Russian twist took me like not hardly any time, and the lunges took like more than a minute. So you can always adjust it. And so these both sets of these prime workouts are this every minute on the minute. And so just adjust them as you need to, so that you're roughly doing like 40, 45 seconds of work with like a little breather before that next minute starts.
Okay.
Any other questions? And go back to my notes and see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Okay, so most of the workouts should be around 60 minutes. I'm going to try to time them so the body of the workout is 45 minutes, and then there's 5 minutes warm up and 5 minutes. Always do like an optional finisher of like a cardio or a core work, and then 5 minutes to stretch. So you should be able to plan like 60 minutes in and out for these workouts. Like they may take more or less, but that is pretty much my goal. Another thing for this program is that I really don't want anyone doing extra workouts outside of this. Like I hope you will be able to trust me and say like, this is really all you need. Like, don't be like my college teammate who's like, I'm gonna go for a 5-mile run after practice because I still have energy. You know what I mean?
For the record, that was not me.
No, no, it wasn't. But this is really all you need. We're gonna get our heart rate up, we're gonna get our heart rate work, we're gonna get a lot of strength training. And in addition to this, the workouts, the other part of what I want you guys doing is walking and keeping track of your steps and getting like 7,000 to 10,000 steps every day. So that might be a big jump up from where you are. Maybe you're already getting it. But some days on the active rest days, I'm just gonna be like, how many steps did you get today? Because that people don't realize how important general movement is. It's called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It accounts for like 15 to 20% of our daily calories burned and are like affecting our metabolism. It's much, much more important to get those 7, 8 to 10,000 steps in that daily movement than getting like a 30 or 60-minute workout in the gym. So I want everyone to be really focusing on getting their steps and getting their steps up. But besides the steps and the workout, you should not need to do any other outside training to like get your cardio or whatever. Now, if you want to because you love it, like more power to you, but it's not necessary. Okay. Any other questions?
No, I think you answered the one that I had, which was, what does active rest mean?
Active rest. I'll be sharing more about active rest. Active rest is an easy yoga class, not a yoga class that is like 90 minutes of hot Bikram yoga, but like an easy-ish yoga class, stretching, going for like an easy to moderate hike, walking, getting your steps in, foam rolling, that kind of stuff. I will be putting a lot of resources in Facebook groups, so I might be like, here is a list of things to do that will be like active recovery. Basically means that it does not mean laying on the couch all day and getting like less than 2,000 steps. It means a day of getting your 8 to 10,000 steps, stretching, feeling good, but not doing an actual workout. These are all great questions. Any other questions? You guys excited?
I'm a little scared, to be quite honest.
That's gonna be awesome. What are you scared about?
That I won't finish. but something will happen. I'm going to Disney World and at the beginning of November, so it's like I'll get my steps in, like for
You'll
sure.
get
Like
your
that's gonna be
steps
like
in.
check the box on the steps, but and then just being able to get back into it after that, that's just I'm afraid of, not afraid, but like concerned about.
You can do it. We
Yeah,
will
yeah.
troubleshoot your Disney trip in our weekly call.
Yeah.
And so
I have a Disney trip coming up too. We might build a tag team at the end of the month, the 29th and 30th. So
I'm literally going the 1st through the 6th. So we'll be.
Well, I'm going to Disneyland. You're going to Disney World.
Yes,
but
the other one. Yes, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Pam, do you want to go to Disney World with me?
I do. I've never been there. Can you take me there if I do all my workouts?
Yes.
What's the
The
prize?
sad thing, this will be apropos of how I feel towards fitness. My house in Charlotte is on the route of the Charlotte Marathon. I'm like 19.75 mile marker. And like the last leg of the relay that they do changes off right in front of my house. And every year I have a party. I have like a huge, like not a huge, but like a party, and I drink mimosas while the people run the marathon in front of me. And this year I'm going to be in Disney World, so I won't be having my marathon party. And no designs, Annie. I'm not running a marathon.
Okay.
No.
I'm like not very pro running. I think most people's bodies are not.
My knees don't love it.
Yeah. I think walk and lift weights and move in a way that makes your body happy, and that's good. Also, I wasn't really kidding about going to Disney World. That sounds awesome.
My friends are going to run all the different, like the 5K, 10K, half marathon. I am going to hang out with their husbands and families and go to the actual parks and have fun while they torture themselves. So
Sounds to me like you'll have
again,
plenty of time to get in a 1-hour workout in your hotel room.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will do my best. I will do my best.
Okay, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for logging on tonight. So after this, we don't have any group calls. JE, we have group calls because you signed up for that option, but the rest, everybody, we're gonna just be partying in the Facebook group. So I will see you there. If you have any questions, just put it in the Facebook group and I'll answer it. And I'll see you guys there.
Sounds
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
good. Y'all.
Push-up gang.
Yes,
Push-up
indeed.
gang, gang, gang. We need a push-up gang sign.
Yeah, maybe it's vertical
Yes.
push-ups.
With the 2 hands, I guess. Is
Wall
that our emoji?
push-ups.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.